Before this year ends, let me ask you something honestly. How many times have you told yourself, I will change from next year? How many times have you waited for the perfect time, the perfect motivation, the perfect situation? And how many times did nothing actually change? This is not because you are weak. This is not because you are lazy. And this is not because you don't want a better life. It's because you are trying to change everything instead of changing one small thing. Most people believe big change comes from big actions. They think they need a big plan, strong discipline, and endless motivation. But real change works differently. Real change begins quietly, almost invisibly. It begins with one tiny decision that you repeat every day. And that is what this story is about. Not a dramatic transformation, not overnight success, but one small change that can completely shift your life before this year ends. As you listen, you are not only learning a life lesson, you are also improving your English, your listening, your understanding, your thinking in English. So relax, listen calmly, no pressure. There was a man who felt stuck, not failing badly, but not growing either. Every day looked the same. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep, repeat. He was tired, but not tired enough to change. And that is the most dangerous place to be. One evening, sitting alone, he felt empty. Not sad, not angry, just empty. And in that silence, he realized something important. His life was not broken. It was unfocused. So instead of asking, how do I change my life? He asked a smaller question. What is one tiny thing I can do every day without fail? Not 10 things, not 5, just one. Every night before sleeping, he sat quietly for 1 minute and asked himself, did I live today intentionally or automatically? That was it. 1 minute, one question, no guilt, no judgment. At first, it felt meaningless, but slowly, that 1 minute became powerful. It made him notice patterns, how often he reacted without thinking, how much time he wasted unconsciously, how often he said yes when he wanted to say no. That 1 minute became a mirror. He didn't try to fix everything. He just observed. And observation creates clarity. Clarity creates choice. Choice creates change. After 1 week, he became slightly more careful with his time. After 2 weeks, he caught himself before unnecessary scrolling. Not always, but sometimes. And sometimes is enough to start momentum. He learned a truth most people miss. Big change does not start with discipline. It starts with awareness. You cannot control what you do not notice. Then he noticed another problem. His mind was noisy. Even when nothing was happening, his thoughts were racing. Worries, regrets, imaginary conversations. So he added another tiny habit. Every morning, before touching his phone, he took 3 slow breaths. Just 3. Those breaths created a pause. And a pause creates space. Space between you and your thoughts. Thoughts are not commands. They are suggestions. As his mornings became calmer, his focus improved. He didn't become super productive. He simply wasted less energy. He finished small tasks. 1 email, 1 page, 1 responsibility. Completion built self-trust, and self-trust builds confidence. Before this year ends, stop making big promises you break. Make small promises you keep. That is how discipline is born. His reactions softened. Not because life became easier, but because he gained space to choose. He delayed reactions. And delayed reactions saved relationships. He reduced mental noise. Less comparison, less useless content. What you consume becomes your inner voice. A calm inner voice creates better decisions. And a calm mind learns language faster. That is why your English improves when you listen calmly. By now, he understood something deep. Change does not come from force. It comes from understanding. Resistance was not laziness. It was fear. So he stopped attacking himself. He guided himself. Growth cannot happen in a hostile mind. He respected his limits, his energy, his pace. And surprisingly, his pace improved. Pressure slows progress. Respect accelerates it. He stopped comparing his Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. Progress became personal. He learned to sit with discomfort instead of escaping it. Discomfort lost power when it was no longer avoided. He cleaned his environment. Fewer distractions, less clutter. A lighter mind moves faster. He changed how he spoke to himself. Not "I must," but "I choose." Choice creates responsibility. Responsibility creates maturity. He stopped waiting for motivation. He acted first. Motivation followed action. When he missed a day, he didn't quit. He returned. Consistency does not mean perfection. It means return. His days became stable, not exciting, not dramatic, but solid. When he missed a day, he didn't quit. He returned. Consistency does not mean perfection. It means return. His days became stable, not exciting, not dramatic, but solid. Stability compounds. He stopped fighting time and started choosing what deserved his time. Saying no became direction. He changed how he viewed failure. Failure became feedback. Fear lost power. He protected his sleep. Rest became maintenance. You cannot heal in an environment that exhausts you. He stopped taking everything personally. Other people's behavior reflected their inner state, not his worth. He practiced gratitude. Simple noticing. Gratitude anchored him to the present. He stopped postponing peace. He chose calm now, not later. You don't fix your life to find peace. You choose peace to fix your life. As the year came to an end, he realized something quietly powerful. Nothing dramatic happened, but everything changed. Because he changed how he lived each day. You don't need a new year. You need a new relationship with your mind. Growth is quiet. It whispers through consistency. Ask yourself one question. What is one tiny change I can start today that future me will thank me for? Just one. Do it daily. Do it quietly. And let time do the rest. Stay calm. Stay aware. Stay consistent. And keep learning. Because growth, in life and in English, happens one quiet step at a time.